I am so sorry I'm so late. I have just got stuck in traffic. Oh, goodness me. So, yeah, I'm a bit peed at the moment, but at least I've got this to come home to, which was what I needed. So, bear with me. Okay. All you need is your time, to chill and sit down. I'm going to do a couple today. I'm going to do a couple. The first one, I'm going to do a drawing. Oh, what's that? Just going to show you some work I've been doing now for something to come. Hi, Pam. Don't know what I'm shouting for. Hi, Beverly. Here's some little doofers I've been doing. This is for my Patreons. I'm going to show you. Can you see colours on that? It's just crazy colours. Greens. And again, can you see purple on it? So here's some that I've got to do. I've been working on these. That's the one from the other day. I've got to calm them down a bit. They're a bit in your face. But this is what I'm going to be doing. Just to show you how you can mix up the magic. So I really love doing these because frame, they just look amazing. It's like that little one I did the other day. But I thought, I don't like this at all yet, but I will do. Okay, so I'm a bit late. I do apologise, but that, not telling you. You'll have to see. It's exciting. So I've just been stuck in traffic. It's just been like everybody was a learner driver. Well, maybe. Well, even if they weren't, they felt like it because I was in a rush. And I thought, this is the worst thing that could happen. And I know what had happened is me rushing and then having too much haste and less speed. And I'm not happy about that. So I decided that I was going to slow right down and calm down with this. So I want everybody to get a pen and paper. Oh, for God's sake. Excuse me, I shouldn't have said that. For goodness sake, just get a pencil, get a pen, whatever you want. I'm sitting comfortably. I've got my pencils now. Now I can really start to unwind. So I'm using one of my automatics. So that'll do. Sharpen it a little bit. And this is, I'm going to do, now this could be something really bright or very, you know, like a line drawing, whatever you want, but we'll see. We'll see. So I love this pencil sharpener. You can use it for your eyeshadow as well. Hello. Yeah, it's like they're all out to get me out there. They're all out to get me. Quick, get past her. She's, yeah, you know, let's all slow her down. Let's slow her down. Right, so I'm doing, don't matter about that. So I'm just going to draw around this block, I think. So this is another piece of paper, but it's a great size to do. Sometimes, there we go. So piece of paper that had. So what I found out now is Facebook and groups aren't working with Stream, you know, Yard. So what you've got to do is go live and then go on. So, you know, not many people. Wow. Scary times. So I thought I would do perhaps something a bit ornate. So I'm just going to, it's still not sharp enough. Because it's a heavy duty lead. Graphite. I've just said the worst thing I could say. Lead. Shouldn't do it. Look at me freckles, aren't they horrible? Actually, I don't mind them. Right, okay. So we're going to go with our normal. We're going to do peacock. Right, all right, we can do a peacock or a parrot. The first one to say it is the one I'll do. Alexa, play traditional Chinese music.
Lunar New Year celebration on Amazon Music.
Hey, Denise! Right, so peacock. Alexa, level 1. Okay, peacock it is. So we're going to start with some shapes. What? Alexa, lower. Right, okay. So let's go. Oh, wait, that's a bit long, isn't it? Right. What we're going to need is Alexa, next. It sounded like Pinky and Perky. Don't worry. Oh, Alexa, play medieval chant music. Not listening to that. That drives me nuts. So the peacock is a beautiful, beautiful animal. So what we're going to do is start with a shape. Are you ready? Are we ready? Are we all joining in? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. So let's just plug in. Just going to draw a sort of quarter line, right? You don't need to see that. So I'm just going to draw a circle, okay? And then from here, just going to draw a line like that. Right, I know you can't see it, but don't worry. So we've got a circle, a triangle, pudding head, right? It's playing up, don't worry, it's playing up. You can't do that about it. So we want a nice shape, so keep your pencil going, like smooth. Remember, muscle memory is perfect, keep doing it at the side. And you get some nice shapes anyway, don't you? And what we need to do is keep this here. So I want it to sort of be seamless, but follow. And as it gets to the bottom, it gets a bit fatter. But it'll change. Okay, so we've got that nice shape. So here, we've got to put in some sort of shape like that. That won't be what it looks like. It's just somewhere that things can move from. So what we're going to do is just going to do radiating lines. Believe you me, it's so quick and easy to do. Right, so easy to do. So just for Caroline, because she always gets lost. No, she doesn't. I'm only joking. So we've got here, and I might just change that to a pork pie hat, like that. You see? Oh yeah, I'm plenty fatter at the bottom. So here we've got a shape I'm not a lover of because I don't. It just seems to go. So we'll put the neck. We did that. So we'll just put that in. Can you see how it's imaginary? So it don't have to be perfect. Looks like a swan with an hat on, doesn't it? It will change, I hope. So here we've got like the body, and then we've got that, which you can tail it away if you want. You can make it bigger. I'm not doing the whole thing because I'm late for a start. So just put a line there, right? I know that looks a bit daft at the moment, but you'll notice on all animals that there's a line that can go through the eye and the beak. So here, what we've got are the radiating shapes, okay? So we've got small ones to about here, and then big ones up here. So let's start with the big one. Now the shape is now that's one shape. Here's another shape. So we've got a teardrop. Any of these shapes are fine. Any of them shapes are fine. It's just if you do, I bought this before. Just get a tracing pad, right? And this is really thin, crappy stuff, but it's not even tracing paper. It's like really thin paper, but you see what I mean? You have to really go hard on it, but it's great for me when I'm drawing. I can do some sort of flick through when I'm doing it. Right, okay. So, bit gutted, there's only 9 of us. Mind you, it is a working day, isn't it? Right, okay. So, we've got the shape. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just trying to think now. Yeah, I'll do it here. So, which shape do I want? Do I want that shape? Because don't forget, they have the eye like that, don't they? Or, now bear in mind, this is entirely your choice. This has no bearing on reality. This is a sort of your own work, your work on it. So let's set the shape, and I'm going to do a couple of them. So let's do set it off with 1, 2, 3. Now I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, okay, I might just get rid of that. I'll tell you why I'm getting rid of that. Because I want some space here. And I've got my lovely friends, haven't I? So I've got one at the back. I don't know if I like that at the back like that. No, I don't like that at the back. It's not speaking to me properly. So what I might do is I'm only playing with shapes now. That's better. Yeah. Right, so as I'm going further out, I'm getting smaller and filling the shape. So what I might do is just bring that out a bit more. Can you see? Just enlarge it a bit. So we've got that, and then we can do the same with these, and we'll do the lines better. So each one has an in-between, okay, like that. And then you watch, somebody will bloody, excuse my language, this will end up being someone's drawing for a design for a stamp. I've had it done about 6 times now. And then they go on telly and say it's theirs. Love it. Love it. Great, innit? Right. Wish they'd think of their own stuff. Right, so got that. It looks like a load of balloons and a bit daft. I might change the sizing of these because they look like they're too big now. You know what I mean? They look well too big. So I'm cutting that off. Now here we have like the build up of shapes. So now I'm just filling it. Now it looks awful at the moment. It looks really, really dodgy. But when I start to add the smaller ones, hello, Linda. Oh, hello, darling. Right, so all I'm doing there is just seeing that they lie somewhat. Oh, get it all the time. So here, what we're going to do is a semi. I've got to change these now because unless I do that now, they look too big for that part, you know. So let's just put our stems in. Now, what I could do to get them in is enlarge it so that I've got, or if you really want it to be, if you're doing a drawing, do this on the outside. So it goes in and out of your frame. Right, we'll see, but we've sort of got it there. Okay, so but here is where we're going to make it fit better. So I'm going to make a pointed leaf on each of these, and it'll fit better with what I want here now, like that. So like that, more of a pointed one. And then what I can do is put that in. We'll see yet that this is, I'm not sure I like that yet. We'll see. It might need to be more like that, I think. So it's, but don't worry, don't worry. So here, because it's driving me a little bit, and I'm not too sure how I'm going to do it yet, just go somewhere else so you don't rip it up. So here I'm just putting on same shape. And the reason I've done it like that is so it looks like a stepped crown. You get me? Good morning. Afternoon. Now what you can do is once you've got your drawing and you're happy with it, scan it. So, mere details going in now. Not too sure whether I like this yet. I think I've done too many. Hi Fifi, sorry about that the other day. Is it Tuesday? I'll make sure I finish if you're on. Right, here I'm just going to go to follow the neck, but I don't want it to look like Pippi Longstocking. And then I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure about them. No, I've got to do them again. I'm really not sure about them because I really don't think it's working how I wanted it to. So never be frightened to start again. Oh, what have I done? Where's the comments? Oh, there they are. Right, so never be frightened to start again. And if you're a little bit unsure of what you've been doing, don't worry, because what you can do is that's better. See how I've got a better line there? That makes me feel better. Maybe just there. That makes me feel better. Yeah, I like that better. Less of him. Like that, so it's sort of leading to him, and then I'm doing it the wrong way around continually. Who cares? So that's in front of them. That's in front of them. That's better. I'm happy with that now. Much happier with that. So we can get to see the feathers. That's better. Right. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the oh, right, I see. Oh, I was just so good the other day, last week, and I was like, oh no, what have I done? Right, I'm just going to put that love heart shape there. And I'm just going to bring that round. Can you see? So I've put a love heart on and I bring it round because they have got quite a ferocious beak and then a little beak underneath it. And then the head comes to meet it and round. And I'm going to change that down a bit because it's a bit confused. If that's much better, can you see? So I'm changing the love heart for a plain circle line. Okay, so just so I can understand where the heart, I'm going to use the shape of the feather as the shape of the eye. Okay, so it looks really big, but bear in mind that it's got like things around it, you know. So sometimes that this shape will, but I'm quite liking that shape, so I'll change this, I think. Right, I'm getting there, I'm getting there, I'm getting there. So here we have like that. That's better. So it's sort of leading from somewhere. No, 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 no. No. I do it whenever it fits in with everybody else. No, please don't change yours. I changed mine. Right, I'm going to start with a 0.05. Please don't do that, Fifi, because I'd rather I change mine than you do that. Right, so I'm going to start with the head, and I'm just going to put in some feathers. Right, the reason I'm starting it is so I can just build from this. And whether the shapes go a little bit wrong, it doesn't seem as important here. And I can always add to him. See, right, okay, so I've put that in now. There's no going back. Can you see the head now? Try not to take your pen off, only because you get a much nicer, smoother line. There we go. So they have a double eye, so to speak. A line around it. The ones I saw have anyway. So here I'm just going to join it with little, rather than just a finger line. Oh, go to work. Hope you have a nice day. So the next thing is, let's get so the same way I did the others. I'm putting these in. So let's do this one because it's in front. No, this one's in front, sorry. Like that. No, like I said, you can encourage that to go off the page if you want. It is very abstract, a bit like me, but it's a drawing. It's not in any way, shape, or form supposed to be perfect, and it's not supposed to look real. Right, so I might even put another bit there and then do another one. And I'm putting like little curls on the edges, only so that it gives it a little bit of movement, because sometimes when you're drawing stuff, it's easy to just make it too flat. So let's go for the eye now. Now, the line does go through the middle, the stem, and from this, everything else comes out. So I've always found it sort of very much style related to what your personal. Now, I always tend to draw the eyes on first, which is the main central part of, to me anyway. You can do whatever you want. And then things sort of come from here. And I get this done down first because like that, and then I can do the decoration on it. And this is the vein that runs through the main part of your these look like lollies on sticks. So these need decoration round them. These will have decoration in them. Okay, so I quite like them, but they're not full-blown ones. So let's give them a bit of so put that there like that. And then I'm just going to put in. Now I've done that a little bit too much, so come back in. And the reason I've done that is so you can see I'm gonna, do a mend. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this like this here. So like that. And give it some sort of pattern there. Like that. And that, I think we can build up from that. I know they don't have eyes like that, but who says they don't? Mine does. And then this is I don't know, because he'll have a neck on it as well. Hello, Michelle. Right, okay, so I'm going to take a lot of this away now so that we can see. Just explaining, Michelle, I've had to rush in because I got stuck in traffic, so it was all hands to the deck. So it's a very, I don't think the beak's right, but I'm not seriously not bothered about it because the patterning is to do with these. So that I can see it through there. So if you can see any little doofers like that, okay. So that's the inner eye, and then I'm going to do some more around it, I think. So I'm drawing like extend the circles round like that. These are slightly different because I've drawn them differently, and that's good because it gives you a bit of a difference, doesn't it, with them all, rather than every one of them being the same. You can take your time. You can do whatever. So what I'm going to do is put the eye of the peacock feather here, so that we follow the lines, if that makes sense. So if I show you that this one, we get a line there, and then that one has a line, follows that. Just gives it a look like a little bit of shape. This is just me patterning now, nothing special in there. So we've got these random weird shapes, but this is where you can add your own. So here, just add these patternings. So let me do that again. Obviously, would help if he was on screen. Doing different shapes. So this one can go out. Like that. And again, I'll show you a rounded shape. And it all depends on which way you'd go, whether you're going right or left, to which way your hand favours. But you can just turn your paper round and that should help you. I do favour the going that way. And be honest, I've said to you, please don't worry about how perfect it is, because whatever you do, you can change with your drawing, can't you? It might be a bit too close now, so I'll take you back out in a minute. So these are going to be like sun rays. And then these are going to be, I think, I don't know what to do. Yeah, it looks strange if they don't. So, and then they're different to them, aren't they? So here, read them slightly different, same shape but a different sort of pattern. So again, it's keeping that continuity. And then at the very bottom, so this one had it like that, so that these look different to them. Let's put these as closer. And then just here, do some smaller doodles. So you've got like lots of things going on there. So it's growing bigger and bigger. So I'll take you back up, she says. So very proud. Very proud. So what I'm going to do now is just do the same here. Like that. Okay, so these are quite staid at the moment. So if you wanted to, you can go just on the head ones. And all I'm doing is going slightly over the line. Like that. Only a bit. It's definitely not my best drawing, but that's because I came in all stressed. Like that. That's okay. That is more or less done now. That's more or less done. And I'm just going to follow the pattern. It's almost like the shape of feathers. So it doesn't, because they do have some majestic feathers, not only on the tail, but everywhere. Plus, if you make a bit of a peaked tongue, it don't matter. This looks like Spider-Man now. Right, so when we get to this, so here we can have the shapes from all of them really. So we've got the shapes of that. We make them into small feathers, although they don't look like feathers. And then I like this idea of bringing in nearly done. Bit late though. Like that. So we're just putting in some more feathers. We can put in another scoop, and we can add some like we did here with these. Quite like that though. I think that really suits it. Almost like jewellery. Now that looks very sort of shot off there, so I need to bring in some pattern like that. We'll get rid of that though. So let's look at pattern, so I can bring it in and go. bring in some other patterns. Like that. And then we could do in here. That's okay. Just didn't want it to look like a water wheel. I was a bit worried there. Wow. Oh, don't worry about that. It's your names, honestly. I know you're there. Just gonna an extra bit there. And I think, looking at some of these, what we could do is just repeat the pattern. Now this is very doodly. So this is where the mindful bit will really help you, because you can just carry on and put your own whatever you want in the shape, because there's so many different gaps that the patterns could be forever varied from these same sort of simple shapes. Now I did normally, well, the majority of the time I go straight onto my Patreons, but I did a painted background, and that's in the Patreons now. That's quite cool, actually. I really like that one. For you to change and use as you will. So here I'm doing a like that there. And you can put, like, if you had gems, put a gem in there. I'm absolutely loving doing my watercolours at the moment. I'm going on a course tomorrow to the SAA as Louise with us, my other person. So I might see Matthew Pam, I might see some of the others. So yeah, that's it. That's it. So just so it doesn't look like Spider-Man. So I've just put on a few of these now. I don't know if I'm going to do it all over yet. The jury's out yet. Or just on around the eye. I think if I just did it round the eye, it gives it a difference. Then I could put another pattern in here, couldn't I? But this is one of them that's just gonna, you're just gonna more and more. Watercolors. Every day's a learning day. I'm not those sort of people who say I can't do courses. I have to do them. I have to do them for my own growth. And then that way, everything that I learn, I bring back and share. It's just, I have to do it. I was even thinking about doing another degree, but I can't do it without charges. It's expensive, isn't it? Well, another master's, I mean, not a degree, because I could extend mine to another master's, but a degree would take me too long. So I'm just adding some little tiny finite details, and then I'm just going to add lines on the eye. I've not drawn it in black. What I've done is this. Like that. So, and I've left a white bit. And then I'm just going to put the same line all the way around. And then around that. Are you on, Fifi? Are you on after me? Will someone tell me if Fifi's on? Because if she is, I'll stop. If she isn't, I can carry on a little bit, you see. Did you say it was a parents' evening? Because it's a Tuesday, I know. Fifi's day is normally a Tuesday. Right, so what I'm going to do is just here. I'm just adding tiny She's on. Is Fifi on now? Oh, right. Okay, you're not on. Oh, thank goodness for that. I thought I was going to stop. Thank you, darling. Thank you. So, all it is I'm trying to separate. Thank goodness for that. Right. So I'm just going to bring in some depth there. And I'm still using a 0.05. Which gives me a bit more of a, can you see it just adds that tiny bit with me, and here, because I've got a gap, is the prime time to use it. Now I could take my time. I never ever wanted to do that to poor Fifi again. I didn't even realise I felt so rude. And just around the feathers that overlap, just a few dots because you don't want too much. I remember when I started to show people how I worked and maybe introduce them to drawing, how suddenly everybody and the world was doing pointillism, which is fair enough. But then some of them were saying, "Oh, but they've done it for years." And you know, as I look past in the past and present, those people who said it, I've never seen them do it again. So it just shows you, don't it? Why don't people be truthful and just say, "That's a great idea," or because I'm first to say that. If I see an idea and I'll say, "Wow, I saw this today," or "Have a look at this," I don't try and make out everything's mine. It's not. So just a few, not a lot, because then when you're using your colours on it, just makes me laugh. That just be truthful. You know, don't lose your integrity just to make it. Never. Right. I'm really loving that. So just adding the little bit of depth, just to give it a little bit more of interest, and it's shading without going too heavy. Do you know what I mean? It's really, sometimes if you're a little bit worried about shading, doing that is the answer. I could do mine any day. Honestly, Fifi, I can do mine any day. Honestly. Now I'm just going to keep quite tight to the line and just a little bit over the line, only because I want to keep the detail of the ones that are behind me. Now I'm going to buy some pens, believe it or not. How ridiculous is that with me and thousands of pens? But I haven't got these colours, and I'm going to see if it's going to be an easier way of doing some shading. So bear with me while I do that. Oh, I need that there. That's it. Oh, and a bit there. It's a bit when when you're doing something and you go, oh, I've done it all, and then you go through, you go, how did I miss that? How did I miss that one? And before you know it, you've got about 10 you've not done. So that needs a bit more work. But I must admit, considering the day I've had, morning, I only went to one bargains for me toilet rolls. And you know what I mean? Everywhere I went, I got blooming caught. So now I'm just going to run the line quite dark down the middle. So that is the central vein. Can you see how it looks better now? Oh, excuse my belly. I'll have to go shopping in a bit now because I didn't get any food. So just got what? Toilet rolls. From Home Bargains. Oh, and a couple of other things, art things. How disgraceful. It's a bit like Aldi. Home Bargains, isn't it? Well, it is for me. You go in, toilet rolls, and you come out with a tent or a trumpet or a table that seats 20. And then forget the ruddy thing that you went in for. I'm going to change it all around so that you go around and buy everything else. Now it was queer. You can't say that, Caroline. Can't say that anymore. Can't say stuff like that. I got shot for saying something the other day and I was like, what? Yeah. I called someone darling. It's like, I'm going to say the word because that's what it's done. Words have been bastardized and it's not um, it's not our fault. We don't know half the time. Oh yeah, well, exactly. I don't think Mark agrees with that one, but never mind, who cares? So can you see how? Oh, that's a bit close, isn't it? Can you see how just that dottage? Oh, having that dottage like that. And I think what I would do is run. No, I'm not doing colouring in. I'm doing wheels. So let me see. I know, no, Caroline, don't be sorry. But do you know what I mean? It's all rubbish now, isn't it? You never know what you can say and can't say. I said, darling, to a young girl, and she looked at me and said, oh, sorry. She said, well, we're not really supposed to say that anymore. Well, what's that? And I thought, I'll call you a dickhead then. Sorry, I didn't say that word. But I just thought, oh, I can't win. Can't win. Right, I'm looking at these now and I'm thinking, this needs a bit of dottage. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's oh, okay. What can I call you? Thank you, sweetheart, not allowed. Thank you, love, not allowed. Thank you, my dear, not allowed. Thank you, they, that's allowed. Thank you. You can't say person sex because you what you call it in, aren't you? Assuming. So, and teachers who want to identify as non-binary are now called MEX, which is M and X together, MEX, or MES, as in MZ, which is fine, but it's really difficult if you don't know that person wants to be called that, isn't it? So as long as there's clear pointers for what we can say, I'm all for, but please don't have a go at us if we're making mistakes. Let us know first. Don't you agree? There's an interview with Miriam Margolyes, and I think she puts it into a perspective when she was talking to someone who was transgender. If it makes somebody happy to call them what they want, then make them happy. I think it makes total sense. Right, so I'm just putting a little bit of lineage. So if you've got dodgy ends like mine, I can add a bit now. Now, when I said to you before, this isn't one of my best drawings, it's not, but it's turning into one of my favourite moodles. Because I'm doing a lot of freehand work and I love doing freehand work. There we go. Never be sorry, Caroline. You're too nice a person to upset people, you. You're too nice a lady. And I hope you take that in the right way it's meant. Right, so I've put those in there, which are quite nice like that. Right, isn't the line an amazing thing? Isn't it? Look at that. From putting your pen, paper on, blah, blah, blah. From putting your pen or your pencil on the paper and just making these marks. Look what we can do. Look what we can do together. You can do on your own. All these from pen on the paper. But it could be anywhere. But look what we can do with it. It's just amazing, isn't it? Sometimes things can be finished beautifully in colour. And sometimes you can go really mad with the moodles. But what I mean is, it's entirely up to you to stop and do a bit of copying or whatever, scanning, and then continue. And then what that does is perhaps, I'm not the wrong shape. Oh, I'll do that now. Then that gives you forgot what I was going to say. I'm doing that a lot. There are options to continue or to finish earlier. So I've got that there. I've got that there. I'm not putting the eyes on, which are those bubbles there. Those bubbles there. Not putting them on. So I'm just going to put some. I'm really looking to this Friday because I've got my furniture on the show. Well, not my personal. It belongs to Wildlight, but the painted furniture, and I'm going to be showing you how to use crazy colours. And they let me in the warehouse, and I've done it, and I've got all the bargains, and I'm going to be using fluorescent colours, which scare people. But please, please, please come and watch and see how you don't need to be scared by fluorescents. Honestly, don't be scared by them. So here, I think I'll just put a. The eye is a very sacred thing, the shape. Oh, no! Oh, full can of Coke on the floor. Oh, you stupid woman! That's because I'm getting carried away. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course I do. Remember them at market. Come on. You seen the size of these for £1? Come feel me plums. Yeah. My tomatoes are really ripe. You know what I mean? Don't tell your husband. Like the milkman, wasn't it? Right. So going back, the eye is a very important emblem because it's not just the emblem itself, it's the connotations. So, you see it as seeing into the soul or seeing into other things or being visible. It's just got so many connotations. The Turkish people use it as a talisman. So I've just put a little bit extra there, and I think what I might do is just leave that because I don't need any more. The fact that I like the way. I like the fact that we've got some spare space. Oh, 6 o'clock. 6. I'm doing a 1 day special. They've let me loose with a 1 day special. I'm liking that now, but I'm thinking, do I want some more? Just thinking, I could top that off there. But it's come on a bit, hasn't it, from before. A gem here would be perfect. Could put your own, to draw a gem. So let's get a shape, right? Like that. Pretend that's our gem. If we wanted to put a table mount or whatever you want to call it, I'm not. Hannah's the one for that, but I only know a tiny bit. You do that to put a table mount on it. Or if it's a marquee, you could do that as if it's a gem. Get me? They're really rough, but do you know what I mean? You could actually put a round one. I don't really, not too sure you would get that, but then you could put that if you wish. But I want to leave it. Oh, yeah, metallic paint on that. Or blues, just go over it in blues, and then greens and turquoises, and then flick on some metallic paint. I think you could also, if you wanted to. Let's just. I'm not going now. I've got to go. I've not got to go. If we wanted to do a really different leaf, I mean, that's the shape inside the eye. So that's the shape around the eye. It's like an avocado, really. So if I wanted to do an extra one on that or something similar, I'll do it on here because it makes sense. So I'll draw it again. So we have if I do it this way, the eye. Then we have that sort of shape, or sometimes it comes like that, yeah. And then we have the outer, like that. But when we're drawing it, what you can do is, I'll just draw one heart. I mean, this is stylized for me. Like that, or like that. So you can actually put them so they're like a bit more, or even so that that looks crap, that, but you know what I mean. It's, let me do it on something else. So on here it would come off like that. Get me? Or even now, if you want a shape, where's that thing? Oh yeah, if you want a shape and you want to do a shape and you want to do a round shape like that, I'll do it on here. Oh no, I'll do it over here. So if you've got there and you don't want to go any further, you put something on there and then you go and move it round a bit. Rushing it, but you get a beard. No, no, you don't. Right, I really like that. I think there's lots of potential. I think hopefully you have. I really like it. I think that could do with a bit of paint on it. I think I'd even like to do these decoupaged, you know, and have them sort of coming off. If I made my own, use a die cut or, you know, any feathers. I mean, a feather's really quite easy to draw. You want to draw a feather like that, you just draw it and then you can just put lines in. So oops, like that. You've got your own stylized feather. So there we go. Be proud. Not saying you have to put that, but there we go. So an hour and a half. Normally that's about right for me, isn't it? Be proud. I mean, an hour and a half. So yeah, you can take a picture of that and put it on my Patreon, so you can have a, if you wanted to, you can have a play with that and use it. and I will be back. Now, I'm on Friday, so I've got a course tomorrow, and then Thursday, I'm at the monastery. Oh, yeah, great for embroidery, even just the outline. Trace him off and do whatever you want. Patreons. And then Friday and Saturday, so it'll be Monday if I'm not at the monastery. Or Tuesday, but if I'll sort it out with Fifi first. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to take a quick pic for my Patreons so they can sort of just put him right, actually, make him look a bit better than he does. So, all right, all my love again. Thank you so much. If I can try and do one on Sunday, I will. And then, I'm not missing out. My Patreons always come first. So thank you very much to everybody, and I will see you and yours. Take care.